Good morning, everyone, from beautiful Regina. And I'm up early today. I was up at 4:30. It's a little after 5 right now. And get packed up and head out towards Edmonton today. You can see the weather everything looks calm out there. What a difference from yesterday. It definitely beat me up yesterday fighting the wind, but that's part of riding. And we're looking at the weather today, and you can see here we're in Regina, and I'm going to be heading up to Saskatchewan and then over to Edmonton. Everything looks calm. Wind's right around 10 miles an hour, no rain, so that's a good thing. So we're going to get packed up here, which is always a joy. And especially here, this Comfort Inn, I'm on the second floor and there's no elevators. So I got 90 pounds of gear I got to get out to the bike. And I'm going to head down, have breakfast, and then get everything out to the bike. And because I'm going to have a long day, it's going to be over 500 miles again. But you know the old saying when you're traveling, good breakfast, go in with your head down, don't look up till you get there. Okay, another nice breakfast. No eggs, but hey, everything else looks good. Gonna check the weather and check the news, and then we'll get on the road. There you go. 225's checking out.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much.
Yepper. Okay, goodbye Regina. Hello Edmonton. Bike's all loaded. GPSs are programmed. All I gotta do is put them on, and then we're out of here. Look how flat and featureless this part of Canada is. I had no idea. Just like Ohio and Indiana. Ever since I got into Canada, I guess that's what they are, or they're converted to something else now. Every town you come to, I bet you I've seen 10 or 15 of them already since I got into Canada. Another unusual sight. Here I am stuck in traffic. Garmin took me out on a dirt road in the middle of a field instead of the Comfort Inn. So I shut everything off, and then I put the address in Apple Maps, and here I am coming through the Center City, Edmonton, and hopefully this brings me to the right place. The joys of traveling. I did make a last-minute change last night on the Comfort Inns, but I did put the correct address into Garmin, I think. You know how that can go. But anyway, it's only going to cost me about 45 minutes overall. Not the end of the world. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. Well, at least I found it. Day number 5, safe and sound. All right, time to check in. No idea where I'm going to park either. Hello. Okay, let's take a look at my day today. And I started this morning down in Regina in Saskatchewan. That's where I was this morning. It was in the low 40s there when I left. And so I came up in Saskatchewan, through Saskatchewan, and then up through, I forget what the names of these routes are. I came up into Edmonton, and that's where I'm at tonight. And this is just all farm country for the most part, except for, around, a couple populated areas, Saskatchewan and all. But it's just thousands and thousands, probably millions of acres of just open farmland. Flat, incredible, and nothing's planned it yet. And, or it's planned it, but it's not, hasn't seeded yet. So it's just open as can be. And matter of fact, I forgot to mention too, once I was down here around in North Dakota, where I crossed into Canada, there was a lot of oil wells, oil derricks, the old small ones, and there was a lot of them in this whole section of Canada right here, and even in North Dakota here, kind of like the ones you see in the movies up, in Texas and stuff. But up here, it's just all open and flat. And it got pretty windy up here. It wasn't nothing like yesterday, but it was enough to keep you awake up in here. So, but it was a good weather day. It was sun. It turned out it was probably in the mid 70s when I got in here. And and that was day number 5, and it was 531 miles for the day. And so far, for my trip, it's 2,561 miles. And I figured out what happened now. My Garmin took me, instead of the Comfort Inn, it took me to a dirt road in a field up here on the outskirts of Edmonton. And so I pulled over and I regrouped, and then I put the address in the Apple Maps, and it cost me about 45 minutes. And it brought me right down into the center of Edmonton, and that's where I'm at tonight. And but I looked and I seen what I did. I made a change in the Comfort Inns that I'm staying. And Canada uses alphanumeric zip codes, and I got the numbers right, but I messed up on the letters, and that's what messed me up. So, but you know what? When you're traveling long distances, things are going to happen. So no big deal. It's just that I didn't get here till later, and so and it's right center city, which was a pain in the butt trying to come in and all. And there was really not a whole lot of places to park. I had to park the bike down in the back. So they upgraded my room to a king suite. So I got a real heavy duty room, and since I'm a good customer of theirs. But anyway, it was a good day. I'm tired. I'm definitely tired now. And but now tomorrow I'm gonna be living here in Edmonton, and they don't start breakfast till 7 here. Normally it's 6 o'clock, and I'm usually the first one there down to have breakfast. So I'm gonna get out of here an hour later. But it's it's not a race. So but tomorrow's going to be a little less than 400 miles, so it's not going to be a bigger day again. So, but I'll be leaving here at Edmonton, and I'm going to come up right to Dawson Creek, and that's the start of that's the southern end of the Alaska Highway, and that's the correct name for it. The first year or so, when it was first built, it was called the Alcan, and then it was officially changed, I think, in '44, something like that. And but yeah, that's the Dawson Creek. I'll be staying there tomorrow night, the beginning of it, and then it's going to come up into Alaska the next. It's taken me 5 days to get to here, and 2,500 miles. And I didn't even start the highway yet. The Alaska Highway is only about 1,400 miles or 1,300, so that's only a third of my trip. But it's going to take me, this took me 5 days, and I'm planning on another 5 days. So this is certainly going to be interesting. So we'll see how it all goes. But anyway, so much for talking. We'll talk to you guys from the southern end of the Alaska Highway tomorrow night. Bye.